Use the slow 2.2 model to achieve smooth transitions between frames in the original AnimateDiff workflow and share the process and model. Some friends may not be clear on what tasks AnimateDiff can accomplish. As shown in this video, it produces smooth and highly artistic results, which is a key feature of AD. Now let's take a look at the workflow. I've already deployed it on RunningHub, the world's largest online rehabilitation platform. First, let's talk about the source. The process and workflow come from this page within the RunningHub, with slight modifications that work well. In terms of quick startup, we have only two input options. One is the image and the other is the width and height. After setting the width and height, it can run and start normally. In the load group section, there are 3 image constraint nodes. My personal recommendation is to set all 3 options to crop, which means trimming. The result is that all loaded images are cropped to the specified width and height centered. This part loads a large model for painting knife videos with a parameter size of 22 million. To make this currency exchange effect work, you need to use these 2 models, while the rest is an acceleration model. I didn't make any changes to the parts I added based on the author's original model, but those parts could also be modified. Just saying that, let's first take a look at how its process is built. The original author used the language model to input 2 images and convert them into text prompts through image-to-text processing, setting up a detailed task. I have replaced them with the tagging points from RunningHub. For local applications, you need to connect to a large language model here, and it's recommended to run it through an API. It is not recommended to use this computing power for operation, as it is clearly an accelerated process. The author used lag here, which allows the reverse prompt to take effect when there is only one CFG value. Another part is converting images into textual prompts. Then why are there 2? Because it didn't use a VAE model here, it simply used an image-to-video model. So during one render pass, 2 images are input. The advantage is that maybe we can build a cycle. The drawback is that if we introduce the VAE model here, we might achieve better transformations. Besides better transformations, the process is also relatively simple because it's just about selecting the first and last frames for multiple images. Take the last frame from the previous result as the starting frame for our next render reference. The second end frame directly applies the 3rd image we loaded. Why isn't the first frame of the second attempt using the second add-on? The reason is quite simple. It ensures a smooth transition in the middle area between 2 renderings. So this place can be extended indefinitely according to the author's idea. Alternatively, after we take the last frame of a certain section and manually create loops and splices, we can then perform frame interpolation. Combine batch images into one video. Here is a color match. Personally, I prefer doing HDR over color match because this color match can only match the colors of the previously loaded image. Overall, it's a great process. It's very easy to start up and can effectively recreate interesting transformation effects like those seen in AD. But personally, I think there is still room for improvement here. For example, integrating the VAE framework might be better, or using more advanced acceleration models. Navigate to AI at RunningHub, or click the link in the description to register and get 120 HB. Log in every day to receive an additional 100 points. The corresponding AI workflow and one-click AI applications have been deployed online and can now be run and tested online. If you're talking about NetTV, there have been a lot of models released recently. In my opinion, when using Wan2.2 image-to-video model, if we want to use the LoRA model, finally it's determined that we should use this image-to-video LoRA model. Using high noise situations. This is the last version of the 2.1 acceleration model with low resource usage. If you want to use the built-in acceleration features of the large model, just pick one here randomly based on your setup. The conclusion here at Wendao Video is quite clear. Use the accelerated model corresponding to each large model such as 0928, Dino, and LoRA. I believe KJ and I are in agreement on this. We can directly take it from KJ's project. We use this MOE model for our video content. The Wendao Video used these SUVs from the 0928 model to train the acceleration model, and it should already be nearing completion. In practical applications, we use the accelerated model based on technological disadvantages as a reference.